So I was going 135 miles an hour in a 65 one time, and I was just driving along, you know, in the left lane because, you know, that's where you're supposed to do all your speeding. And like, I look in the rear view mirror, and I see this police officer just gaining on me super quick, you know, and he's just like fucking sirens, speeding up, and then he gets right behind me and he starts getting on the fucking megaphone and it's like, pull over. So I fucking, oh shit, and I like scoot over to the fucking far side of the road, you know, where you're supposed to pull over and everything like that. I didn't signal because I was in a hurry, apparently, you know. He gets to the window and he's just like, excuse me, but do you know why you were going that fast? And I told him, I was like, honestly, man, it's a day after my 18th birthday, you know, I'm fucking tired. I'm just trying to stay awake, you know, I don't know how fast I was going, you know, I'm just driving around having fun. And he was like, okay, so you mean to tell me that you were going 135 miles an hour in a 65, passing cars like they were standing still because you were trying to stay awake? That's bullshit. Why don't you tell me what's really going on? To this I responded, okay, man, you got me. You know, what do we do now? And he was just like, okay, I need your license and your registration and stuff like that, insurance, all that shit. So I give it to him, and I'm just sitting there waiting and stuff like that, and I start smoking a cigarette because I'm 18 and a badass. That's what you're supposed to do when you have confrontations with the police, is smoke a cigarette so they know that you're hot shit, you know? So I'm sitting there fucking waiting for him to come back. Like, oh man, I wonder what's gonna happen, you know? I'm probably, the last ticket I got was like $50. This one's probably gonna be like 100. You know, I didn't know. He comes back to the window without my information, you know, without my fucking little proof of me being a person, you know, driver's license, etc. And he's like, okay, so you were going way too fast, obviously, you know, so I'm going to place you under arrest. And he said that, and like, I didn't go to jail, but he said, I'm placing you under arrest and stuff like that, and you're gonna have a court date because you gotta go get this taken care of and stuff, and you might never drive again. Like, he said the worst shit to try to scare this little fucking punk kid, you know. And I'm just like, oh shit. And then he's like, okay, so, you know, you're gonna take this home and you're gonna talk to this about your parents tomorrow and stuff like that, because by this point he knew my whole life story. And I was just like, oh man, okay, you know. And then I got to drive back for some reason and stuff, but he never gave me my driver's license back and stuff. So I'm fucking like, I have to talk to my parents about it and everything like that, and then we have to get an attorney and stuff because I don't want to never be able to drive again. It's like my 18th birthday and shit. Like, I can't spend the rest of my life waiting or relying on my parents to drive my fucking sorry ass around. So we get an attorney, and like, he cost $1,000 or something like that. I don't even remember. Back in the day, that was a lot of money for an attorney, I guess. But so we meet him one time. It's the only time that I ever talked to this person, like, since we start the case up until we finish. I talked to him twice in my life. First time was saying, hey, yeah, you know, I'm a little punk who wants my license back even though I can't follow the fucking rules. And like, fucking the rest of the time, like, that we were waiting for the court date, it was like 6 months and stuff, did not get a hold of him one time. Got a hold of the paralegal a couple of times. Did not talk to him one time, asking him, hey, what's going on with the case? What's going on with the case? Am I gonna be fucking, like, not able to drive ever again, or what's going on, man? Fucking never heard back from him and stuff until we finally got to court. I'm thinking, oh man, I'm gonna fucking talk to this asshole when I see him. He needs to answer his fucking phone. Shit, he's not at the courthouse. I'm just like, oh man, I gotta do this shit alone. Maybe he just got sick of me fucking calling, and all these scenarios are going through my head and everything about this shitty attorney and stuff. I get to the judge and he's like, yeah, yes, so we got it reduced to speeding and everything like that. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. He fucking did something with his life, you know. So like, I'm like, oh wow, cool, thanks, you know. And I'm still pissed off about never getting to talk to the attorney and everything like that. And then a couple of weeks go by, and I talked to my attorney finally, because I call him up and I get a hold of him. And he's just like, yeah, you know, I fucking did that for you. I'm awesome. And I was like, dude, where the fuck were you and everything like that? This whole time I've been trying to ask you about my fucking driver's license because I never got it back. You know, I just went home without my information. Then I had a fucking court date. And he's like, So he didn't actually revoke your privileges. He just forgot to give it to you back. You know? Like, you could have gone to the DMV and at any point and just said, hey, so I lost my driver's license. You know, can I get another one? And then they would have been like, I got you, bro. Here's a license, you know, go ahead and keep driving. But in this whole time, I'd been taking the bus because my parents absolutely refused to drive me around to a certain point, you know, because they wanted me to learn my lesson. I appreciate you for that, by the way, guys. And like, this whole time, you know, I fucking could have been driving legally. And, oh man, I was so pissed. So I was just like, what the fuck, dude? You know? And then I started swearing, but he had already hung up long before I started talking. It was basically, why didn't you go do that, you stupid kid? And then me just left to deal with my misery. But yeah, fucking attorneys, man. Fucking attorneys. If anybody is wondering what kind of car it was a Daewoo Nubira.